All right. It's a whole vibe right now. I'm trying to like do this whole Aaliyah side swoop thing and kind of like give y'all the vibes and everything since we're about to be going into channeling, into Aaliyah's energy and talking about some real juicy stuff. So I hope you guys are ready because I'm about to get ready. Hi, boo. I don't know what to do. You think I should leave the glasses on or should I take the glasses off? Because I was trying to like do the whole Aaliyah vibe thing. I wanted to really like channel into her energy and like really get into um just get into her vibe, you know what I'm saying? And see what's going on with her. Keep them on? Okay. Everybody says keep them on. So thank you guys for being patient with me. I appreciate you guys like really being patient with the process of me going through so many different things. I recently lost my grandmother, and it's been a little complicated, a little rough dealing with her passing, but she was 99 years old. She did pass in her sleep, and I'm very happy that she lived a very full life. And, I love her, and I appreciate my girl, Darnisha or Niche 305, Niche Stars 305. You can check her out on Instagram. She took me out to Disney to kind of get me into a good mood, and her sister gave me these glasses. And so we just about to get into the whole vibe of it all and everything. It's gonna be fun. So what I did was I made sure to go through the process of like getting her date of birth, and I apologize that it took me so long, you guys, but I had to get the presentation in order and everything. You see, look at my girl, look, my cartoon behind me. You dig? So shout out to Crumb's Art. Check him out. You know what I'm saying? Crumb's Art was the one that did this cover, the icon that you actually see on Queen Prodigy. I love it. It reminds me of myself very much. Like, I don't give a damn what these people got to say. I'm going to do my psychic thing, and they can hate if they want to because I'm going to just stick my tongue out. Anyway. All right. Yay, everybody's getting notifications. All right, so let's jump into this Aaliyah reading. What I want to do, and again, I tell people all the time, you guys can support in the super chat. Even after the reading is completed, you have the option of going to the cash sign for Cashapp at Queen Prodigy 369. Venmo is Queen Prodigy 369. I always mess that up. And you can hit me up on PayPal, Zelle, or Google Pay via Queen Prodigy 369 at Gmail. All right, put the plug in. And if you want your own personal consultations, hit me up on IG at Queen Prodigy 0369, or you can use that email that I gave you earlier at Queen Prodigy 369 at Gmail if you want personal consultations to reach me. So we're going to focus on Aaliyah's energy right now. And I wanted to kind of tell you guys like a really quick story, because when she passed, I was like really concerned for her. Everybody's a huge fan of her. I grew up on her in my teenage years, growing up on her, and she was such a beautiful woman, a kind-hearted spirit. She didn't seem like a standard, like how all these other female celebrities are too bougie and they're too, uppity to be dealing with people. She just seemed to be very down to earth and very caring and organic to her true self. And I really appreciate her and miss her. Her birthday did pass actually January 16th, so 3 days ago. And unfortunately, not unfortunately, but I was at Disney at the time. And yeah, so I had a good time on her birthday. But we're going to definitely look into her energy and see how she's feeling. And if you guys have questions, feel free to post below. And I will do my best to read them as they come up and try to channel whatever questions you may have. All right, so let's see what we have. So the energy that I'm currently picking up on as of the moment, it's kind of a situation to where she's kind of showing me, she's talking about like, she's putting the full card on her crown with the Hierophant in her subconscious mind. And she's currently in a situation to where she's communicating that she feels as if she was robbed of her life. And I'm gonna just jump straight into that. That's like really, it's really straight to the point. She feels robbed of her life. She feels robbed of her career, of the work that she was supposed to be doing. And she feels in her subconscious mind with the Hierophant card, which I appreciate, that she feels that I'm going to express everything that she needs to convey at this moment, because there's a lot of things that she wasn't able to really speak on or really convey or channel to the right people. Hence the reason why I'm kind of doing my hair like this. I know she probably wouldn't wear no big glasses like this. I don't know. But I'm trying to do the vibe, you know? And she's saying that she was robbed of her career, robbed of the of being able to have a family, of being able to be married. And she is kind of communicating to me how much she really misses Damon. And it's like really hurtful to her at times, because it's a situation to where she was really planning to begin a family, to grow a family, to move into the next level of her career. And so she's showing me the Three of Pentacles in the situation. And usually that would be an indication of mismanagement of work. So when I say mismanagement of work, that's particularly pertaining to, partially pertaining to the situation that happened on the plane itself, and talking about how, there should have been two dynamics that could have happened, to where those items could have been shipped, or they could have gotten a completely different plane in order to transport her cargo. And she's saying to me, she's like, I didn't want to leave things behind, but given the fact that people would think that I would jeopardize my life on this plane, is a bit preposterous to me. Because if you all don't know, and I'm a huge fan of Aaliyah, so I do know this, she didn't like planes. She did not like planes. She was really nervous and terrified of planes. And it would have been a situation to where if she's terrified and has this phobia of planes and she gets nervous around planes, and you could see it. I recall an interview where they were doing an interview and there was a plane flying over her head, and she was just completely, like, she just shut down. You know what I mean? She would just kind of shut down and like kind of stop midway throughout the interview and be nervous about, like, where this plane is going or what's happening with this plane. And this could be some past life trauma that she might have dealt with. And I also feel that that there were times where she's showing me is that sometimes she would get strange messages from people, but she would kind of just like brush it off and put it behind her, and not really take it too seriously as a threat, because she really believed in law of attraction and doing her best to keep herself in a positive energy in order to continue forward with her career. And I really think that she tried to do that. She's saying that she will always love Damon. She's showing me the Two of Cups. Again, like I said before, with my cards, I don't show these cards. These are for personal readings only. And then I will show you my Oracle deck in a minute. So she's just kind of tortured from that. She feels robbed. She feels, and another thing too, there's a possibility where she, and I don't know if this was confirmed or not, to where she was in the process of, it's like, because I keep seeing a child around her. So I'm kind of wondering if she was pregnant at the time or was in the process of conceiving, but I just keep getting like this pregnant energy. And then she dies. And it's like, it just, she was just with this man and all of these different things. It's like her dreams are shattered when it comes down to I never clicked on a video so fast. Well, we're glad that you're here. But when it comes down to her own, personal life, she is happy for Damon. She wanted to marry this man. She was very much in love with him. He was very much of a protector towards her. And she's saying to me that he was very respectful of my circumstances, even if he heard about me prior to particular situations when I was young. He was still respectful, very respectful, and treated me with the utmost respect, regardless of how people try to portray her in the media and portray her situation and circumstance. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this deck away really quick, and I'm picking up my other deck, my Oracle deck. So I'm going to be finding her card, basically a card that's going to represent her energy. And she's putting usually whenever I focus on a card that she wants, she's already putting the card in my mind. So this is her right here. Okay. So the dark hair thinking woman, very smart, educated. I'm using this card. And then I'm going to get into something juicy. So again, if you guys have questions, now's the time to ask. But I'm going to move into the segment of moving into Rkelly. So right here, I'm going to use man holding coin. He's an earth sign. So is Aaliyah, but she's more, forgive me, but a bit more intelligent. And he's more material. So I'm going to be using this card as Rkelly, this card as Aaliyah. Okay. So I want to shuffle up these cards. Forgive me. I'm going to shuffle up these cards. And I want to see what the energy is, or what was it like when working with him. Were those specific allegations? What happened with those allegations? What happened with the situation with the marriage? We're going to talk about all of that. So if people ain't here, they're going to watch it later. It's all good. We're just going to have fun with what I got. So let's see what we have with Rkelly. I'm putting on Rkelly's crown because I want to see his thoughts towards her and the energy and the dynamic of what happened. All right, let's see what we got. Okay, so I'm going to show you these cards. Card number 1, Archangel Samuel is in the subconscious mind with Aaliyah on the crown. So I'm going to show y'all how this is positioned. So basically, she's on the crown. This is in the subconscious mind. Okay. So he's kind of showing me this was all for a situation to where he knew that she was very talented, very beautiful. But he is showing me a level of possession, showing me a level of selfishness for his own personal gain and his own personal satisfaction. It's more of an ego situation. And it's not to say that he didn't grow to love her. It's not to say that he didn't appreciate her talents or anything like that. But I do get a bit of an opportunist energy because I guess he knew when he saw her that she was going to develop into something that was probably going to surpass him, and he wanted to take control of that or hold that. As you can see, it's holding in the solar plexus chakra. That's very much into self-control or just having control over specific situations. All right, so let me just keep turning over certain cards. So Angel of Strength, basically doing his best to mentor specific situations. And this is going to get crazy. I'm sorry, I'm just turning over these cards really quick. This is out of control. I'm sorry, I'm going to show y'all. Trust me, I'm going to show y'all. Angel of Strength, he feels like this was like a divine purpose of having a strong bond with her, being from the Midwest and doing all of these different things and having the ability to kind of like cohabitate on that specific level with one another. They were very compatible when they worked together. There's no question about that. They were very headstrong. They're both Capricorns, but they definitely had that quality of working together in the past. Okay. Here is what is in the root. He still loves her. He still cares for her. He has a very deep affection towards her. He's still showing me caring connections. He's still showing me that, and even with the situations of what he's going through with his trial, I think that he tried to probably find other females or other women that were somewhat similar to her. And it's not just through looks, it's through possibly personality, but it would never stick. He keeps saying it's never sticking. He still loves her. And he's showing me that his biggest issue was that he was very jealous. He was extremely jealous when he was going through the process of moving on beyond her energy. Or just, she was moving forward with her own personal energy and no longer wanting to just be involved with what happened to her. And we're going to get into that as well. He's showing me storm warning. There was a lot of complications, a lot of things that were hitting the media, as we know, with the whole marriage situation. And I keep hearing on her end, it's like publicity, but on his end, it's like, but I love her. And things got really convoluted and crazy. Now, since we're on this storm warning card, when it comes down to this, it seems like what's happening in the near future is that people are going to do their best to reiterate the story of Aaliyah and and the different situations that occurred when she was dealing with Rkelly. And it's very painful for her. And that's another thing too, is because she's showing me that the situation is not as it seems. Everything started off on a very professional level between the two of them, but she feels as if there were situations to where she was taken advantage of at her young age. And that's the reason why I feel like it's very hard, because she felt like, and I'm going to show, this is Damon right here, Damon Dash. This was the man that she was happy with. Rkelly was very unhappy with her moving forward. Even, I would say probably even Jay was a bit jealous that the fact that she chose Damon, because he was a gentleman. He took care of her. He loved her. He's holding that heart. He's showing how much that he cares for her. And I just kind of get the feeling that he did his best to stand up for her, even behind the scenes, when she felt comfortable to express the traumatic situations that happened to her when dealing with Rkelly. So this last card right here, the attachment card, he's not letting her go. He's still holding on to the past. He still harbors the pain and the energy, and he still harbors probably guilt. But I think he does his best to justify his feelings of jealousy and envy with the fact that he still cares and loves her. And it's very hard. It's very complicated and very hard. And he still thinks about her. But it's an unhealthy attachment. It's very unhealthy. There's too much drama that's going on, and too much convoluted energy when dealing with that. Okay, so that was with the situation with Rkelly. Let me see what else we have. I just want to see what her energy was like with Damon, really quick. And I mean, she had so many wonderful things going on for her. She had so many movies, so many different things. Oops, let me unzoom that. I don't know how. This thing is like zooming all over the place. But she had so many different feelings. The images of your oracle deck is so pretty. Thank you. If you put out positive, the universe will give you positive, thus vice versa. Indeed. I just want to focus on her energy with Damon, because I kind of feel like he was very protective of her. He was very... he was the one that really wanted her to succeed and really wanted her to fulfill her dreams. And I think it was very crushing for her when she couldn't fulfill that happiness that she was seeking, to be with somebody that probably, would have went after any guy that tried to disrespect her. And it was very complicated. So let me just turn over these cards really quick. Yeah, and again, it's very hard. I love Damon Dash character. I can see why she admired him. Very wise man indeed. So I'm going to show you this card. This is in her subconscious mind, the community card. She was hoping to have plenty of celebrations with this man. She was hoping to have family and friends gathered together to, to be one with him, to marry him, to plan a life with him. And he was very much a creative force in her life, is what she's saying. They had a very strong chemistry with one another. She is putting the lover's card in the situation, so she feels like, again, heartbroken over the fact that it's difficult, because she knows that he has to move on with his life and she has to move on with her life with where she is. But she still thinks about those different situations, to where it could have been, what could have been, what could have happened. And she does feel that, and this is actually the card in the past, thinking man, and she's placing this in the past, like, this man could have been my husband. I'm kind of jumping around because this is a card towards the end, which is like a card of marriage, the temple path. That's what she ultimately wanted. And she feels that when he goes through the process of transitioning over, that maybe they can make that happen, and maybe they can have a renewal of faith when he goes through the transition of the garden and the gate, meaning basically crossing over from the physical realm into the spiritual. That's how she's kind of presenting the fact that she's always going to love him and appreciate him. And another thing too is, I believe I recall a situation to where Damon actually spoke up about the relationship between Aaliyah and Rkelly, and basically said that people need to stop saying all of these ridiculous things about what happened with her, because she was sexually abused or raped or violated. And so she's showing me that he appreciates the fact that he did everything that he could to basically set the record straight, even when she didn't have the strength to do so, because she was in a very vulnerable place, and she did her best to kind of go to school and move on with her life and go through a lot of traumatic situations and seek therapy. And people really don't know that side of the story, and how she felt as if she was manipulated when it came down to that particular situation. And I appreciate the fact that Damon did everything that he could to entrust the fact that he was going to always protect her and always love her. And when he has those moments of speaking on her, she's right next to him, right there with him, in full support of the fact that in his hearts of hearts, he knows that if things were different, it would have been a beautiful life. And she's grateful to him for that, like forever grateful. And it's a beautiful thing. And just to kind of like get into the story, hold on, let me read this really quick. That's crazy. Those card suit, thinking man and thinking woman, they were supposed to be together. You're absolutely right. They were definitely made for each other. They were supposed to be together. He made her extremely happy. He made her feel very secure. And it's heartbreaking for her. It's still heartbreaking for her to this day that she felt like, I'm going to say it like this, and it's no disrespect to J and B, but if Aaliyah was still here, I'm gonna say it, I think that she would have overshadowed a lot of that energy. I think that we would have been seeing them at the height of their success. And I just, I find it crazy. I'm definitely gonna save it, enjoy Fortnite, no problem. But I just kind of feel like that it would have, it would have been a different dynamic to what we see now. It's not to say that J and B wouldn't be as successful. That doesn't take anything away from them. I just think that people adored her. It's like the same energy that people get when they're talking about Princess Di. Like there's just this admiration that's like uncomparable. It's just a natural admiration. Bro, agree 100%. Yes, Aaliyah would have taken over. I'm sorry, it's like fading out. Would have taken over this decade, even the prior decade. Indeed, she would have. I really do. And like I said, it's no disrespect to J and B. They're great at what they do, but there's just like this earthy, natural energy about her that was absolutely beautiful, and no one can really take that away from her. She was on her grind. She's an intelligent woman. And I just wanted to get really quick back into this dream before I forget. I remember when she initially passed, everybody was heartbroken. I was hurt. I admired this girl. And yes, she was definitely wise before her age and very groundbreaking, truly. But I just wanted to know, like, I'm like, is she okay? You know, like, I want to know if she's okay. Because I remember watching 106 in Park and Mary J. Blige saying something about the situation and saying that was a spiritual ritual that happened to her. And she felt it in her soul and couldn't nobody tell her different, because I feel like people used her fears against her, and maybe there were certain things that she really wasn't really able to do or really ready to do, to take her career to the next level. And I just feel like that, and I'm sorry, I see a rapper's face in my mind. I'm not going to say who it is. Y'all can put it together. But I just kind of feel like it was a jealousy situation. He was not chosen over this other man. And it turned into a situation to where if other people are doing business in the entertainment industry and you have the next hottest, person coming up or whatever it is, the best thing to do, and it's not the best thing that I feel should have been done, is to take out the competition. And I'm going to leave it at that. Okay? Y'all can go ahead and fill in the rest. I don't need to say too much, but I'm going to just say what it is. You know what I mean? I'm just going to definitely say what it is. So, and it's very difficult for her because she's showing me like she loves her mother. She communicates with her mother through dreams. And speaking of dreams, she came to me in a dream, actually, because I wanted to know how she was doing, what was going on with her. And I was like, I want to know if she's okay. She came to me in a dream, and it was like she was at a party, like loud music. She was dancing and smiling and happy. And I could see like these like purple, green, and like just blue strobe lights all over the place. And she's like grabbing my hand and she's like, come on, come dance. And then like right after, I wake up, but I was just happy to see her happy. You know what I mean? I was happy to know that she transitioned okay. And, I had this dream when I was very young, but it still stuck with me, like just in my heart, that this was, that she was able to do that and to confirm that she was all right. She is saying that it's very complicated. And again, this is like one more situation with Dame, because she's always going to love him. She knows that he's always going to fight for her. And she's saying to me, she's like, even though people don't know about the ring, she's like, people don't know about the ring, but this is in my subconscious mind. She's like, even though I can't hold the physical possession of that ring, I still have the ring. So I don't know if he was in the process of proposing to her or what, but she's saying that I have the ring. Okay. Like I still wear this ring every day. And she knows that, he's gone through, she's still married to him. She's still showing me like the Hierophant card. I have faith in him. I love this man. I'm still connected to him. She doesn't have any hard feelings if he decides to move on, the 8 of Cups, because it's very difficult for him to deal with so many painful memories. And the reason why I'm mentioning how there's painful memories is because the Tower card is in a situation and she's communicating that he knows, on some level, he got a feeling of what was coming or what was happening to her, or the situation that was happening around her. But he just couldn't really figure everything out. It's like very subtle things, you know what I mean? And he was really concerned about her, actually. He was very concerned about her. And he's kind of showing me, I'm sorry, let me just, again, oh yeah, Dame is a Taurus, the Hierophant card. Yeah, she pulled that up in the subconscious mind. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm showing you my cards. I shouldn't be doing that. These are my cards. I probably shouldn't be doing this, but yeah, that's my bad. But that's the cards. Habit. But yeah, with what she's showing me, she's kind of showing me the fact that that it's a situation where she really cared for him, really loved him, and she knows that she's going to see him. Like when judgment comes, she's putting the judgment card in the past, showing me that she still holds on to the ring. She still holds on to different sentimental things. I showed you guys my cards. I'm glad the video didn't go out. Can I have a reading? You definitely can. You can hit me up on IG at queenprodigy0369 or email me at queenprodigy369@gmail. So it's no problem if you want a personal consultation. The screen didn't go black when you showed them. Wow, indeed, because usually it does. So, and honestly, I didn't even realize I'm showing y'all like the regular cards, but I think she really wanted me to probably show that Hierophant card and probably to let Dame know, like, it's okay. Like, I know you did everything that you could for me. I know that you love me. And she's like really talking to him because I feel like he's going through a lot of pain and a lot of hurt. And, people try to, still ridicule him in the media and ridicule her in the media and disrespect her. And it's unfair that she goes through so many different situations in her life, knowing that, what could have been, and she appreciates the fact that people love her. Like I said, so you guys, I want you guys to try to ask me questions, okay? If you all have questions for her, this is what I'm going to do for the last segment, basically, and just stay on for maybe another 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes, basically, because I'm trying to think of other questions to kind of come to mind. But I think I covered everything when dealing with the R. Kelly situation, the attachments that was going on. And actually, that's one thing. Why is psychicreading on Aaliyah instead do one on R. Kelly? I actually did communicate or did do a specific reading earlier pertaining to R. Kelly earlier in the segment. If you missed it, it's in this reading. And I probably will do one on him, but there's a lot of controversy that surrounds the situation. And I feel like she really wanted to try to clear situations up when it comes down to what happened or what truly happened to her. Let me see. This person says, who cares about how Aaliyah feels? She died over 20 years. I'm confused. Exactly. And her birthday was on the 16th, which was 3 days ago. And it says that her feelings are valid. This is what someone else is saying. I care a lot is what someone else is saying. If you don't agree with channeling energy, I can't change your mind. That's not my point. I'm just doing this because it's important for her to get whatever feelings that she has out there in order to speak on what she feels. So it's all good. And I just kind of feel like it's a situation to where if she wants to clarify certain things, even if it's already in the media, the same way that when she talks about or confided to Dame, and Dame has the same energy and the same platform to be able to say, Aaliyah went through a traumatic situation. Why is it impossible for me to do so? So haters come, haters go. But it is what it is, basically. This is in honor of her. There's no disrespect to her and her family at all. But this is just a situation to where people want to know what's going on. Thank you so much. Actually, let's boop. Anyway, it's just like I can't make people, support or do anything. Basically, it is what it is. So I'm just doing what I do. I just wanted to, Queen, you're doing good. Not everything is going. I'm sorry. Not everyone is gonna, be on the same reading or want to do what I do. You're absolutely right. I can't make everybody agree with what I do. It's not my concern. If I have the feeling to do a reading on something, that's just what I do. And that's primarily what it is. If they like it, they like it. If they don't, that's not really my problem. But she's showing me again. Um, Let me just turn these over. And she's kind of saying that a lot of people were kind of coming at her. Um, a lot of people were definitely kind of coming at her with particular situations in matters of relationships and love. There were a lot of proposals she's showing me. Some from her past, some others that were affiliated on other levels. But I just kind of feel that she wants to put this behind her and to show that she is in a better place. She's kind of conveying to me that, it's very complicated in order to reach certain people or to talk to them or to communicate through dreams. But she does her best to peer into the people that she loves the most in regards to the ones that she loves. And she appreciates those that actually put that energy and that love out there for her. Because she's showing me the World card, the Two of Cups, and the Two of Wands. Like she's very much in full support and very much in love with what Damon has done and what he continues to do for her. And primarily that's like what it is. You know what I'm saying? Sorry for people fucking with the vibe or whatever it is, but I'm not going to let that get to me. Because it is what it is. If people agree with it, they agree with it. Why don't you go talk on somebody else's page? And because people channel her energy all the time. So I just kind of wanted to do that for you all really quick. I don't see any questions at the moment. Oh, I take that back. I have a question. Let's see. Boop. Bye. So anyway, if certain things are irrelevant, how is it irrelevant? Yes, it's been quite some time, like I said before. Let's see. How did Aaliyah react when her father joined her? Oh, interesting. Let's see. So I'm not too sure when her father's birthday is. I'm not familiar with that. But what I'm going to do is I will do my best to find the emperor, which is like a father figure, basically father energy on that. So just give me 1 second really quick. Why am I doing a reading on Aaliyah? Somebody wants to ask me. I'm a huge fan of her. I love her. I've always listened to her music. I'm a very big fan of her. I have all her albums. I'm in full support of her. I appreciate the work that she's done. She's a beautiful person. She's an amazing spirit, and she's a very sweet person. And I just kind of feel like it's important to commemorate the dead in the most respectful way possible, and to translate whatever energy that they feel like is pent up within them in order to communicate to their fans or to the designated people that they want to communicate to. So I'm doing this out of respect and out of love. But, if people disagree with it, it is what it is. I can't stop people from what they feel or what they think. And that's just kind of how I feel. Let's see. One more. And again, this is in honor of her birthday passing. A lot of people aren't really talking about her, really putting too much light on her. And I felt like it's important to kind of put a little bit of light on her because I love her. So let's see about the energy with her father and how that transition has gone. It looks she feels, and there's a lot of positive cards that are kind of coming up with this situation. This is really good. It was very sudden is what she's showing me. But he is the world to her. He's showing me the four of staffs, which is like, this feels like home. This feels like, this feels comfortable to me. I'm reconnected. This feels good to me. The World card with the Emperor on the crown. She's showing me the Sun card, the Ace of Cups, the Temperance card. Like they're still, it's like rekindling, having good energy with each other, having a lot of celebration with, with that energy, and just being in a very good mood and just talking through whatever situations that they've gone through. So I just kind of feel like she's putting a lot of positive light and a lot of positive energy around the fact that that there is that connection there and that bond is always there, and it just feels, it's like a relief, like a rejoice, basically. And that's what it is, and that's just kind of the energy that I feel with that particular situation. Let me just make sure that I'm reading everything really quick. Um, let's see, but I know they were our close family indeed. Well, thank you. That's cool. Um, the purpose, again, I really don't know. It seems like people seems to be unhappy with, oh, what's the purpose of the video? The purpose is, as I stated, huge fan. Or let me actually just take these off so that way people can see me. Huge fan. I appreciate her, love her. And that's just what it is, basically. Her birthday passed, and I felt like, why not? Why not honor her? People celebrate her all the time. So, and people are a huge fan. And actually, I've gotten references from other people that actually follow me that wanted me to actually do a reading on her from my own personal situation. I've had different people inbox me like, oh, can you do a reading on this person? Can you do a reading on that person? So if I'm answering or doing something by special request, that's what I'm doing. So if you want to do that, like, oh, I'm okay. I apparently it is what it is. So I'm just going to do what I do. You dig? And I have no reason. I'm very upfront and honest, straight up. There is one person that I do talk to. Court is one of those other people. Unfortunately, Courtney, I don't know if Courtney's in here or not, but Courtney was one of the few people that wanted me to do a reading on Aaliyah, and I had no issue with that. You know what I'm saying? I have no problem with doing that. And yes, there are a lot of different female artists that definitely copied her style, her look, and everything. But she was an icon. Like, who wouldn't want to do a reading on Aaliyah? Who wouldn't want to do a reading on all of these iconic figures? Why do people just want this energy to just fade away? Because for me personally, I believe that energy lives on forever. I do. I really believe that. Energy lives on forever, and it's about showing honor and respect to who they are and what they have to say and what they feel, because they still have feelings. Now, if people agree with that or not, that's not really up to any type of debate for me. I believe in know what I know, and I feel confident in knowing what I know. Now, whether if people got their third eye open and are psychic, not really my problem, bruh. But it is what it is. People ask me to do readings, and I say, okay, fine. I'm doing my best to move it around and to transition it into something that is more positive for them and to give fans something that they want, period. Now, whether if people agree with it or not my problem. So I'm doing it for the people that are here and that want to be here. Let's see. Oh my God, she can do others another time. Who gets to choose who's relevant to each individual? We all have people we'd love to hear from, but respect Queen's choice. It's her platform. Thank you, hon. I really appreciate that. Let's see. Oh, please make some moderators on here so you shouldn't have to. Oh my God, I'm going to make Jillian. I'm going to make Maya moderator. I'm going to make a couple of people a moderator because that's a phenomenal idea, truly. And that's amazing. And honestly, it's been 20 years I'm not really too concerned about the views, honey. I have like 6,000 people that follow my page, so I'm not really concerned, honestly. And if you don't like it, you can definitely leave, truly. So, bye. And yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. Definitely going to make people moderators and do all of that stuff because it's important to me. Like, I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of hate. I already get enough hate as it is, even when I'm not even talking about old people like that I used to talk about on a regular basis. I still get the hate. So I'm kind of like, it is what it is. I'm sorry that it has to end on such like a negative note. But what I'm going to do, um, I'm just going to turn over 3 more cards with the Oracle cards to see how she feels about me doing a reading. How she feels about me doing a reading on her. And we're just going to see, and this is very random. Y'all see me shuffling these cards. Let's see how she feels about me doing what I did. So 3 cards. All right. Angel of Balance. Seems to mean that she's very comfortable with it. She seems to be very much okay. She feels that it's natural for her and she's okay with that. Okay. Oh, even better. This card is Archangel Metatron. Do you know what Archangel Metatron is in charge of? The crown, the third eye. She feels as if that this energy is being channeled appropriately. Let's do one more, okay? Don't hate. She's saying people jealous. They mad. They gonna be envious. It's okay, girl. So I'm good. I don't know what else people want for me to do because see, ain't no other cards come up as far as like deceit or jealousy or trying to take advantage of people because I do have a deceit card in here and that card didn't come up whatsoever because that's not my intention. She's putting the crown chakra, which is Archangel Uriel, which is I give full support. I give full spiritual support of what she is doing. So I am good. So don't let the haters get in the way, baby. It is all about balance. And if she feels that this is bringing her balance and peace, I don't really care what other people have to say. So that made me feel so much better. So I'm happy that that came through, truly. And I appreciate you guys supporting me and spreading love. And I'm just going to end the reading on this note. It's been a little turbulent. We'll continue to spread love regardless. I appreciate you guys so much. And thank you for supporting. Exactly, Envy. Thank you, Kirby. Thank you guys so much for joining and share it with other people. And I promise you, we're going to do a reading for Ja on his birthday. And then we're also going to do one for Kurt Cobain, which is going to be coming up later on this week. So thank you for being patient and understanding the passing of my grandmother. And I know I should have been, she would have pushed me to keep going because I used to kind of feel insecure about my gift. And she would just say to me, she was like, don't feel like that. I gave this to you, like she's a very Christian woman, very religious, but she supported my gift and she really wanted me to just keep going, to keep pushing forward. So I love her to death. She's my security blanket. She's my everything. And I ain't gonna let nobody disrespect her, disrespect me, because I do this in honor of ancestors. So I love you guys so, so much. Thank you for the support, and I will see you on the flip side.